My name is Maria Mora Pinzon. I'm a preventive medicine physician and a scientist in the Department of Medicine and the Wisconsin Alzheimer's Institute. Pisando Fuerte is an evidence-based fall prevention program. That means it was designed specifically to decrease the risk of falls among Latino older adults whose primary language is Spanish. Pisando Fuerte is an adaptation of Stepping On, which is a widely used program in the United States. When the pandemic hit, we needed to change. We had funding to do the program, but now we needed to get laptops, tablets, internet. Most of our community members do not have internet that allow them to see 2 hours of video streaming once a week. So thanks to the pipeline Launchpad, we got additional funding to adapt and to get those additional resources that we needed to adapt to the new conditions of the pandemic. But it was more than money. Thanks to the help of the Launchpad, we also got additional expertise on what are the things that we need to think about now that we are going to launch in the program. What were the things that we needed to anticipate for the distribution? And thanks to mentorship with Dr. Jane Mahoney, I was able to go deeper into more of the little details that were necessary to make it a successful program. When we started adapting the program or thinking what we needed, we also noticed that we needed time. It takes time for our community partners to adapt to the technology, to deliver the devices, and to even get themselves comfortable in using it in a program. Pisando Fuerte uses design for dissemination from the very beginning. We know the things that work, but these are community partners, the ones that tell us how they can use them. So in early stages, our community partners told us the things that work for them, but also what makes the program easier for them to deliver. At every stage of the process, our community partners were able to tell us, hey, this is something that works, or this makes it easier for us, assuring that once the program is ready and the research was done, everybody could use the program without so many barriers. One of the benefits of working with the Launchpad was thinking on not only on the end user, but also the end distributor. I know the program, but the person that's going to be distributing the program and training other trainees doesn't know the program as much as I do. So working with the Launchpad helped me to figure out what are the things that I need to train the distributor myself. That's something that we never think about, but is essential to make sure that when this program goes 2, 3 years, 5 years down the road, the people can use it in the way that we intended it. Another benefit of working with the Launchpad is thinking about the business aspect. Those things that we might be afraid of even touching. What's the return of investment? Why somebody should pay for this? Why we should invest on this intervention of technology? That's what the Launchpad gives, and that's one of the most important things on assuring the sustainability of your ideas and your work. After the pipeline funding, we were able to do the workshops online. And since then, we have had several inquiries from many places around the country to do it again. Even our community partners that were part of this process, they are planning now for the next workshop. So that tells us not only that it was good for participants, but the organizations are enthusiastic to keep using it. That would not have been possible without the funding that we received. Once we're doing research, we always want to see our research being meaningful and useful for others. And one of the early stages is thinking, what's going to happen if I'm not involved? Being part of this funding opportunity and working with the Launchpad has always given me that insight in how to make sure that these research findings go beyond of what I have intended. How to make sure that these results end up being useful and used by many people. This is not going to end just in a nice paper. Working with the Launchpad means making a difference.